Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Giza. We got a big update we got to talk about, honestly, because some things has happened and more people are starting to finally take notice of Giza. So we got to dive deep into what's been going on lately with Giza and why are you guys still fading Giza. So before we get into talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 20k subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below, and while you guys are down here, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And you guys can ask all your questions on how does that Patreon group work. As you guys know, we have been getting into some solid early bangers from the Zora ecosystem, virtuals, overall base. We over on there. As you guys know, I've been focused solely on base. You guys can even go on here and check out my posts that I've made on the calls that I've made on the base ecosystem, again, from virtuals to Zora to the overall base ecosystem, and we have hit on a lot. So if you guys don't want to miss the next base banger, you guys got to check out that Patreon group. There's a discount on Patreon as of right now, so you guys can try it out, get your feet wet. Don't forget to check out my ebook to the essentials to mastering tokenomics. This will help you pick out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. Once you're able to understand market cap, FDV, circulating supply, vesting, narratives, all of that is very important to picking out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. So links for that will be in the description and the comment section down below, and let's get right into the video, guys. So today, Giza is sitting at 34 cents, up 116% on the month. Now, if you guys would have been listening to me, you guys would have probably been able to cash in on the lows where it got up to about 16 cents, 50, and even close to 13 cents. You guys would have had a huge discount on this bad boy. This thing is really building out, and you have been missing out on all the gains just because you're chasing something else, which we're going to address later on, right? So right now it's sitting at a $42 million market cap. If we scroll down, its previous all-time high was just 48 cents, and it's only down 29% from that, which was just 2 months ago, right? I've been talking about this for a while now, and a lot of things have been building for it. Now, Francis, he's a goated content creator himself. He goes, the ticker is Giza, and if you know, you know. Well, I've been new, right? I've been trying to tell you guys, as this post says, a lot of more people are starting to figure this out, and I'm gonna tell you why. One, the first hint actually comes from 0x Jeff, who puts out this post on his Substack. Talked about Giza many times here on X. Teased August catalyst in multiple occasions. Giza is about to drop. I don't even know what it is. You know, we're gonna guess what kind it is, but drops the redacted agents in August. We're in early August right now. Well, we pretty much get into mid-August. At the time of recording this, we're on the 13th of August, right? You can probably guess what it is at this point in time, right? The agent will pretty much be better at offering whatever that is, high yields, rolling through maturity without the need of manual migration. This helps to further scale its TVL and position Giza as the top beta and TVL enabler. So traction all-time high. TVL is $15 million with $1 billion in value. Now you may be wondering, if you guys remember, if you guys went back to one of my older videos, I talked about them partnering with RE Capital, which is a major institutional DeFi management firm, right? So things could get interesting with that, but this also now kind of leads to literally the Ethereum account, right? Reposting Giza. At the time of recording this was pretty much yesterday, right? So I said, looks like ETH reposted Giza. Well, yeah, listen now, right? This is important because there's going to be something going on with Giza and Ethereum. There's been, you know, some rumors of what type of things they're going to be building out for there. And I think it has something to do with 0x Jeff has mentioned in his Substack, which he redacted. So I'm telling you guys, this is the time you guys want to pay attention to Giza. It's no time like today. Giza has surpassed 1 billion in agentic value. That's 100% autonomous, zero human involvement, with 36,000 plus agents, 300,000 plus transactions from Aave to Compound to Morpho and beyond. Their vision is to transform DeFi's 150 billion in idle TVL to active capital. Right? That's crazy, right? So, and if 1 billion in agentic volume, up 4x in 1 month, by the way, seems impressive. Wait until you see what's next for Giza. I'm actually getting hyped just making this video, guys. Now, this is where we're going to talk about the tweet that Rennick, the co-founder and CEO of Giza, has put out. My hot take: we shouldn't be measuring total value locked. We should be measuring total value unlocked. So he talks about how DeFi is accelerating pretty fast and how the projection points is 600 billion by 2030, right? But he also goes to say this capital is pretty much deeply inefficient, and that's the problem with total value lock. And that pretty much all this fund, all this value is locked in protocols that people forget, right? But imagine having these agents that actually take these idle total value locked and unlock them by essentially transacting, making trades for you on your behalf. Imagine money compounding 24/7 without babysitting, funds that autonomously route to the highest risk adjusted returns, liquidity that hunt yield across chain in real time, and as you guys can see is going through different protocols. And that's what he calls active capital. Active capital is the primitive that turns DeFi from static pools into living, breathing allocation engine. This is how Giza transformed total value locked into total value unlocked. This is how we awaken DeFi's 150 billion of static capital. And I must say, they're looking pretty successful with it because they already hit about $1 billion in $1 billion in agentic volume for their agents. Now, August 12th, he puts out this tweet. Yesterday, August 11th, Base did over 2 billion in volume. Giza agents did over 60 million. That's 3% of the entire base chain volume powered by our agents. This is how agentic takeover starts. If you guys aren't paying attention, I've told you guys, this is the start of something new that we're really seeing being built in front of our eyes. And you guys are still fading it. And it's at a very good price. I don't understand why. Some may say it's the vesting, market cap to FDV ratio. But once again, you guys got to pick up that ebook to understand what's really going on as of right now, for you guys to understand why this is like a moot point. And essentially the CEO himself even addressed it, as they essentially put out their tokenomics report back in July. And Rennick says everyone ships tokenomics as a tick-like time bomb, right? Giza is the antidote. Giza unlocks are 100% linear. Emissions slid from 1.2% to 0.2 in 60 days. 20% of the supply is already staked. That's huge. 60K Giza holders and 500 million in agentic volume. You guys can go ahead and check out the tokenomics a little bit better in this post, where they essentially talk about the structure across 3 analytic pillars, which is going to be the distribution, how ownership migrates, absorbs, how the market absorbs supply, transaction, whether usage sustains demand. This is the important part I've been telling you guys about, essentially how the market is actually going to absorb vesting depending on how bullish the market is and what points we are at in the market. And traction is the third pillar, but we're going to talk about this, right? So supply growth dropped from 1.2% at launch to below 0.2% in 60 days. Trading volume has consistently absorbed new supply. This is important, with emissions to volume ratio under 10%. Meanwhile, staking reached 20% of the circulating supply, reducing liquid float. That means there's not a lot on the open market, right? They're reducing it, and I think more people are starting to stake their Giza for the ARP and the other benefits. Now, I've been thinking about staking my own Giza, but we'll see. I just hate staking because I like to have my tokens readily available to me, right? So together, these trends point to a market structure that is absorbing supply without dislocation, guys. So for me, while the market is bullish, right, while everything is looking pretty good for the foreseeable future, we don't know how long everything is going to stay bullish. I'm going to be very bullish on Giza right now. And another thing I do want to address, as Giza starts to gain even more popularity, right, more people are starting to talk about Giza, more people are going to start to talk about ZFi, which is going to be like, I've been saying it, when crypto A pumps, people are looking for crypto B just because they feel like they missed out on crypto A, which isn't the case in Giza's in this situation here. Now, ZFi, I do know they rebranded as of right now. If you guys are looking at the max chart, it's at a $5 million market cap. I understand why people are going for it, but once again, when you have something like a low cap like Giza, it's still a very low cap, and you guys are chasing an even lower cap just to hope for the gains. Like, you guys are looking at it right now. The max chart has been out since December 2024, right? This only has performed a 22% gain in the max chart. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to go any higher, right? But I'm saying the fact that it's a low cap doesn't always translate to it having the gains that you guys are, predicting it in your head, right? So with it being such a low cap, it's pretty much at where it was at last year in December. at a $5 million market cap. Now, if it gets to 10 million, 20 million, yeah, it's still pretty good, but doesn't mean it's going to explode in the growth that Giza is having, especially if you're not paying attention. ZFi is not being retweeted by Ethereum. ZFi doesn't have the backing of Coinbase, right? So chasing a low cap like this, I get it, I understand, but you're looking at Giza still at a low market cap, a $42 million market cap. If you guys would have stopped playing in a, what is this, max chart here, you're looking at a 273% gain compared to a 22% gain, right? Even in a year chart, you're looking at a 297% gain. So it's not always just about chasing a low market cap when you also already have a low market cap altcoin that has crazy potential and is being tweeted by Ethereum. So sometimes I never get this space, but I understand. And other like positions, like if you're looking for a DEX, like, you know, trading Arrow drone, right, and chasing a smaller DEX that may do well as well, I get that, right? But when you got something like Giza, you should not be fading it where it's at as of right now. But I want to know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comments section down below, and if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We on that road to 20k subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.